All right, so let's just grab this too. Hang on 2 seconds. We're just getting connected here. All right. Huh. All right, we're not using earbuds. All right, so let's keep going here. So we are talking about hosting online events and growing your business successfully through online events. And there's a lot of different ways. And obviously we are just kind of, getting back into, it's July right now if you're watching this in 2022, and we are just getting back to in-person events. And let me tell you, I am loving every moment of it. I'm attending community events, I'm attending networking events in person, I am getting together with friends and enjoying food at their homes or out at restaurants. And there's just so much great stuff happening right now. But online is very convenient. And what we learned over the last couple of years is that you can be very successful with online only. During the 2 years that we really weren't doing in-person events, our team grew into the #1 position in Canada. So think about that, how exciting that is. And they did it through, we did it really through online events. So I believe it's really at this point kind of keeping that online event structure in your schedule in place, and then also continuing to grow in those personal relationships and belly to belly, because those are also important. So the fuller your schedule is, the faster your business is growing, plain and simple. And online is incredibly convenient. So there's a few different things that we can do in terms of online events. So the first one is Facebook parties. And I've got a couple of different ones to share with you. And there's a few different ways to run Facebook parties. You can do these in 30 minutes. This is how I was taught to do Facebook parties. We basically had 10 posts that we would put out in a 30-minute time frame. And we would basically welcome everyone, and then somebody would work the post, and somebody was focused on posting. And what was great is once you built your posts, you could copy and paste them and save them in a Word document. So it was really easy to do multiple of the same party with different audiences all the time. In fact, I would get my customers to host. I would help new team members host a Facebook event with their people. I would offer them inside community groups, and then get prospects and people from those as well. So they're really, really effective. And the 30-minute ones were awesome. They were incredibly effective at adding new partners and adding new customers as well, which is amazing. Right, let me just send a message here. All right, so then there's the 1 to 3 day events as well. Now, these are awesome. These are where you have maybe a group of speakers lined up, or you've got different topics that you're going to cover each day. These take a little bit more time and focus. You're still generating posts throughout the event, but they might be leading up to a daily core event that's happening. Maybe you're going to do a class on tower gardening. Maybe another day you're going to do a class on healthy starts. You could do a class on healthy eating, and you don't need to be an expert to share what you have learned and what you've discovered. And we have a lot of tools and resources already available for you, including done for you presentations as well. Now, you can use Facebook parties to run a shred, and lots of our leaders successfully do this. They run a shred over a specific amount of time. They set up a group or an event. With the difference between groups and events is groups, you can actually pre-schedule posts. You can do a little bit more. You can upload files, whereas in an event, you can't preload your posts, and you can't add files as well. In groups, you can go live. In an event, I think you can go live in an event, but only a few people can. So you might want to decide, depending on the online event that you're doing, how you want to do it. When I would do a 30-minute Facebook party style event, I would do it as a private event that people could invite into. If I was doing a 1 to 3 day event, I would run it in a group. If I was doing a shred, I would run it in a group. And once the group is done, you just archive it and it's done. Now, nobody else can post, but people can go back and see what was posted and still have access to that content. But there's no more posting or sharing or stuff that can happen in there. You can do online cooking and meal prep. If you're making protein balls, you could do a protein ball class where you set up. Christina Denomi's really great at this, showing her ingredients and just prepping it while chatting with the camera. If you're doing live on your phone, you'll be able to see the comments and the questions that are coming up and answer those as well. You could do a Facebook party around healthy kids, talking about the Healthy Starts program, sharing information on our omegas. You can use some of the pre-recorded classes and shareable tools that we have organized for you in boards, and you can grab some of those shorter videos or some of the longer ones and throw those up in there as well, and ask questions, get people to participate. You can even offer incentives and rewards for participation. You could run a summer detox and healthy families as well. So these are awesome. We tend to overthink them. They're super, super simple. All you want to do is map out your posts, and they are incredibly effective. Get your customers to host one for all of your customers and all kinds of prospects, and then find hosts from those. As some of the other businesses teach, book parties from your parties, and these are great. You could have 1 or 2 of these happening every single week. I remember that there was a time when I was building into 50 Club that I had a Facebook event happening one every single night of the week for 30 minutes. And I'm going to tell you, 30 minutes to grow your business, get in front of a big audience. And we were just posting and answering questions. Lives work really well, but those are it really, really is effective. So I want you to grab your pen and your paper and think about, how can you get some Facebook parties down? What themes do you want to run them? And just start to execute. If you did 1 a week this month or the rest of this month, your business would grow. Now, hosting online events, you can also do Zoom events, and we do a lot of these. We have one actually happening tonight. We have our business opportunity call for an entire team where you can get on, learn more about the business, learn some speaking points about the business. But if you have guests on, your team is going to grow as well. So if you have 3 people, 5 people, 10 people on tonight, your business is going to grow in that 30-minute period. And these are very easily duplicatable. The slides are pretty much read through, and we have done for us PowerPoint presentations on the Freedom Revolution. So if you log into your virtual office, click on resources, click on, down will come a drop down. I think Freedom Revolution is still there. If not, click on Hub and it'll take you right into the Freedom Revolution from the Hub. And in there, we have done for us PowerPoint presentations under the events tab. So, and you can really customize them, add slides, take them out, but there are some really good ones done as well. You can also do a Zoom event where you're going to share some stories. Some of our most successful events that our team has ever done has been where we've had 3 or 4 people talk about their product testimonials, their business testimonials. Just be sure if you do product testimonials that you mentioned that everybody's results are going to be different. Our bodies are all unique and we all respond differently to nutritional therapy. It's really important. But in the slides that you can get from Freedom Revolutions, there's actually a disclaimer slide as well. So you can just pop that up and then head into everyone's stories. And stories are so powerful. As human beings, we connect with people through stories. We relate to them, we get motivated, and all you got to do is offer a call to action. The great thing about hosting a Zoom event is you can record it. You can now have a link either through a Zoom link or upload it to YouTube. And now you have a tool that you can use to share the business with other people. Now, in hosting online events, you can also do things in your story and on your personal profile. Both are equally effective. I love putting product posts up in stories, and I've done it for years. And now, I go through seasons where I really do that a lot, but people can send you a direct message right through your product story. And oftentimes people got to see those products over and over and over again before they decide that those are the right products for them. You can do interviews on your personal profile with other people sharing their product stories, their business stories, those testimonials as well. And you can share product videos. Now, a couple months back, I decided to run a Facebook party on my wall. And because I didn't want to get, in trouble by Facebook jail rules, what I did is I had about 8 posts that I started first thing in the morning, and every couple hours I would do a new post and enable it, post 1, post 2. I got on first thing in the morning and did a live and said, hey, I'm getting a lot of questions about our amazing products and opportunity. Throughout the rest of today, I'm actually going to share some of my favorite things about about our products, about our opportunity, and you can just follow along, click in the comment, and if you have any questions, let me know. So I did this live. What's cool about Facebook is you can actually pin your live after it's done. And then I did the post throughout the day, and you know what? I got customers from that day, and these were just like done for like, these were posts. These were like short videos on healthy starts, different posts like this one here on our complete. So it's just that consistency, letting people know. And you can also do that in stories, go live in your stories and then say, hey, listen, and you can get away with a lot more posts in your stories and not get in Facebook jail trouble. So you can get a lot of them as well. Okay, perfect. All right, hosting online events, you can host community events online as well. So this is just another concept. You can do vendor events where you're hosting maybe a holistic wellness or nutrition vendor event, and you want to make sure that you hold the nutrition and growing your own food seat. But it doesn't mean that you couldn't feature other practitioners like massage therapists or chiropractors or doulas or people that come from the same arena that are going to really learn, from, or you're going to be able to like use those people to attract a bigger audience, and they're going to attract their audience in. And now you have an audience that wasn't even yours to begin with, and you have some great things. There's also online vendor events that you can join and hold the nutrition or the Juice Plus and Tower Garden seat as well. So you can look for those, you can post those. Those are super easy to do. Again, don't overthink it. You just need a few people. That's going to happen over, an afternoon, a day, or a couple of days as well. Eventbrite. So you can load up events on Eventbrite. Lots of people still use Eventbrite to find events now that we're getting back into communities, and there's a lot of online events in Eventbrite as well. So if you're running a Facebook party event, go load it as an online event in Eventbrite. I've been experimenting with loading our Tuesday night events in a new community. I live in a community. I moved in during COVID. I don't really know a lot of people yet. And what I'm doing is I'm putting up ads for the Tuesday night in Eventbrite for my new hometown of Midland, and I'm getting leads from my own area. And these people I can easily go and meet for one-on-one coffees or have a lunch with, or build some community. So if you grab those flyers for the next Tuesday night, might be a little short notice for tomorrow, but for the next Tuesday night, and get that loaded in Eventbrite. Make sure that you have people that are coming through, and then when they come through, I actually use a Google form, which I'll talk about. You can ask to speak on a podcast. If you have a friend who has a podcast, or you follow a podcast and they're just getting started, or they're relatively successful, they're often always looking for speakers. And get on, share your story, talk about your healthy living journey and the transition that you've had to make in your family and how you're building your business and that sort of thing. And you can also co-host with other businesses. So you can look inside your community and go, okay, there's 3 really cool businesses that I support. I think we should do a feature, and you might do that as a Facebook party, as an online wellness event, as something that happens as an interview on your wall. But you can definitely bring in, and it's going to, as they get tagged, it's going to attract their audience to that, and they're likely going to share it out as well. So let me know if these event ideas are giving you some inspiration, because really the busyness of your schedule is going to determine, or the events on your schedule, I should say, is going to determine how quickly you grow. And listen, I know we're busy. I know it's summer. I built this business to national marketing director with a full-time job and 4 small children. I get it. It's not about dedicating huge amounts of time. It's about having little windows of time dedicated to specific activities. That's where your success is going to come from. You don't need to spend days and days planning an event. You need to find 10 posts and get that event out there and invite people, and encourage other people to invite as well. So let's talk about 5 tips for success. And number 1 is, one of the things I really like to do is use Google Forms. So you just go to form.google, you'll sign in with your own account. And with Google Forms, you can actually collect information. So I usually ask 3 questions. So if people join through Eventbrite, I have an email set up that goes out to them to fill in the Google form, and it asks, like, why are you interested in attending this class? What health goals are you working on? We run an online wellness community. Would you be interested in being added to that community? And is there any support that you are looking for? And you can use Google Forms in a whole variety of ways. If you're doing a Facebook party, you could be like, hey, listen, we got a reward, we got an incentive, we got a gift for someone who fills in this Google form and helps us gather more information. And you can ask 5 to 10 questions. that information, you only see the information on those forms. And now when you follow up with those people, you got their email, you might have their phone number, and you're following up around things that matter most to them, which is awesome. I had a girl come through Eventbrite who sent me a message and said that she really wasn't interested in anything, any products from network marketing. So she wasn't going to be attending. And because I had her Google form filled in, I was able to have a conversation and we're building a friendship. So she might not get network marketing, but I turned it from, oh my gosh, I'm not interested to, we're actually building a genuine friendship because I had information and was able to take interest in her. And, I was able to pop over a couple recipes. She was interested in the topic. So I was able to still send her some high value stuff and serve her. Have a full schedule, minimum 2 to 3 events per week in your calendar. And keep in mind that Tuesdays count as an event. If you've got guests coming tonight, that counts as an event. If you don't have guests and you get on, that's awesome. You're going to learn some things to talk about our business, but it doesn't count as an event. An event are things where you are intentionally growing your business. And Tuesday nights are such a great way to serve our customers. If your customers aren't getting invited, make that a priority because you're not going to have to replace the customers that attend a couple Tuesday nights in between their orders. And your prospects, it's a great way to add new customers. Did you know almost every guest ends up ordering after they attend a Tuesday night? That's how powerful they are. We see a huge influx of orders on Wednesdays, and you could take advantage of that. Now, in addition to that, you're going to want to have a couple other events on your calendar. Again, some of these things are only going to take a small window of time. It's about strategically setting up your event schedule because it's going to grow your business faster. You can collaborate with, if you have a team, growing with them and do events and help support them with their audience. And you can also collaborate with Sideline. Maybe you're just getting started. Connect with your upline, connect with someone else inside our team. What's really wonderful about our community is how supportive and collaborative everybody is. And you guys can co-host something. You're both bringing guests, you're both, participating, and you're building more relationships. You can also, I encourage you to plan your strategy. Consistency is key to big success. So if you're looking at your business, you're like, man, I wish it was making me $1,000 every single month. You're going to need to have some strategic planning and consistency in place to make $1,000 a month. You want to make $5,000 a month? Same thing. $10,000 a month? Same thing. It's going to come down to the number of events on your schedule and how consistent you are at working your business. It doesn't come down to how much time you put into it. It comes down to consistency and strategy. Are you getting on and doing things that are specifically growing your business? And a reminder, use Tuesday night webinars and 500 families as your standing weekly event for prospects and customers, and then build around that. If you want to host an event on Tuesday night, go ahead, but there's already one that's done for you. All you have to do is get guests on. The best guests obviously are people who haven't, need to learn more, you've spoken to, or you think it might be of interest to them, and your customers as well. So we have an amazing speaker lined up for you guys tomorrow night. So that is it for our breakout training. Let me know below, post a comment. What is something that you're going to get committed to in the next 7 days to doing around online events? And if you have any questions, post them below, and we will get this training loaded up to our boards. So you'll find it under team trainings, and we'll get it in there as a breakout training. Have a great day, everyone.